What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? I see Kelly in the house. I see you wearing the hat. Check it out. What's up,
That's because I haven't even showered yet today, so I figured I'd wear a hat.
Kelly? But you're wearing the right hat. You're wearing the right hat.
It was sitting right on
That's
top.
right. That's right. That's right. Oh man, so glad to see everybody. I just landed in Charlotte, North Carolina. It is a little bit colder than Miami here, and thankfully I walked out of the house this morning, and the little nippiness that was going on in Miami reminded me I should probably grab a sweater. So I was headed to Charlotte, no sweater, no jacket, no nothing. I would have been all right, but it would have been a quick run to the Uber. You know, Carlos, what's up, sir? Rob, good to see you. Hey,
Yeah,
Carlos, you look like you're in like Colorado or something.
I know, man. Over here in Cape Coral, it was 47 this morning, so I had to put my little beanie on that my sister made me. It's custom fit.
It's
Got to
custom
keep the
fit.
cocoa
I love
warm.
it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, guys, I just want to jump in for a quick minute. So for the last 4 or 5 weeks, we've been really focused on creating ancillary incomes in accordance with what we do on a regular basis. And once again, this kind of stuff, again, I preach and preach consistently that we want to be the centrifugal force around every deal, right? So, like, we want to be so in touch with the consumer, so in touch with the client post sale that our follow up game becomes our reality, right? And that follow up game can come in many different forms and different ways. And one of the forms is by being the go to person for everything. So if I need a plumber, I want to call my realtor. If I need a roofer, I want to call my realtor. If I need, a car dealer, I want to call my realtor, right? And I want you guys to not only be the connection to all of that, but also to learn how to make a little extra income doing it. So we've had everything from legal, we've had utility connections, we've had, I can't remember what else we brought on board, but we brought it on board because we wanted you guys to, the solar, we had solar. So we wanted to be able to bring that stuff to you guys and allow you the opportunity to decide whether or not you're even interested in doing it. A lot of it's free. Some things might cost money, whatever it is, completely up to you. But today I wanted to reintroduce or introduce you guys to Alain. So Alain is a personal friend of mine. Alain is my insurance agent, right? So just to be clear, I am not, again, I say this over and over, and Alain can vouch for me. I'm not licensed. This is not a downline thing. I'm not selling anything to you guys. I just want you guys to have additional opportunities. And so one thing that Alain, when we sat down, he said, look, every real estate agent should be closing a deal and then encouraging the owners of that new house, which many people don't, to get life insurance, to get a will and a trust in place, to get things in order so that, God forbid, something happens to them, their family's taken care of, and that stuff's important. And believe it or not, I think probably 90% of people don't even think about it, right? They buy the house, and then the next thing they're thinking about is furniture and sheets and curtains and, things of that nature. They're not thinking about, geez, I should probably insure myself with enough money to cover this house and then some. And so, Alain and I have been talking about a lot of different things. Let me rephrase that. Alain and my wife have been talking about a lot of different things. So, whatever my wife says is going to work, that's what works for me. She probably has an enormous policy on me, and I don't know. But, but the truth is that it's important. If something happens to me, I want my wife and my 4 daughters to be well taken care of. If I depart this earth before my mother, I want her to be taken care of. Well, she's important, and I can't, being the breadwinner of my home, I can't imagine leaving my wife with all this debt and all this house and all these cars and everything else and letting her fend for herself to figure it out. So we wanted to create those situations. So Alain's going to talk to you a little bit today about how to discuss it with your clients, but then he's also going to talk to you about maybe how you can get personally licensed in life insurance and policies, and also annuities and things of that nature, where Alain will get into. I don't get into it that much. You know, and again, it's up to you if you want to do it or not, and earn the income, or you could just refer it, right? But it's still smart to bring up the conversation, because no matter how you do it, whether you earn the income or you bring it up and refer it, the point is that you're being a resource for your client consistently. And so, you know, a lot of people are worried about doing less deals in 2024. And we want to show you how to capitalize on the less deals that you do, so it doesn't affect your home so much. They want all of you guys to stay in this business. And we know a lot of folks are going to drop out of the business. So I'm excited. Alain, thank you for doing this once again, because we've had you on as a guest before. I really appreciate your knowledge, your effort, your strength. And I trust you to take care of my little family here, man.
Yeah, thank you, David. So how's everybody doing? Thank you again, David, for bringing me over. And as David was saying, he's a personal friend of mine. We've known each other for over 5 years now. I used to, I still hold the real estate license, and he's a really good coach to me. And other than the business part, he's also like he doesn't know it yet. He's probably listening, but he's like a personal coach to me, because whatever he does, I'm following. Whatever book he writes, I'm reading it. So he's really good, and a really good friend to me. And like he says, he doesn't have much time. So everything we discuss, I discuss it with Jennifer, and then Jennifer brings it over to him, and then he decides whatever he's gonna decide. But yeah, so I wanted to talk to you today about insurance, but also about, I got the life insurance license 3.5 years ago, but also I'm investment license. So what I'm going to be talking to you is how I actually mix both words of real estate and financial advising. Is more like financial advising, but you could do as many things as you want to get involved with us. And I'm going to talk to you first about the company. So I'm involved with Primerica. I don't know if you ever heard about Primerica before. I'm just going to share the screen really quick, and then talk to you a little bit about the company, and then who we are. We're the largest financial services company in the United States. We are in all 50 states of the United States and Canada, also Puerto Rico. And we've been in business since 1977. And we have over 5.5 million life insured and approximately 2.6 million investment clients. So we're by Forbes in 2022, we were named America's best insurance company, and we are part of the Fortune 1000 companies, and also we are rated A plus, A plus. So A plus means that we are strong financially, that we pay the claims. Actually, we pay all claims within the first 14 days, and 91% of them we get paid like below 10 days. So we are also, we've been doing it for 18 years for the mutual fund, which is an investment vehicle. We always receive the Dalbar award, which is like a high award on the investment side of the business. So usually, what do we really do? We teach people how money works, and this is what I've actually mixed it with real estate, because especially people who work with buyers or sellers who are selling and they have equity, they're gonna buy another home, and they still keep some part of the money and they don't know what to do with it. You could help them with this, because you could get an investment license with us, but you also can help them with the insurance. And we're not like every other insurance company out there that is doing all kind of insurance like whole life, cash value. We don't believe in it. And if you have any kind of cash value, I would be more than glad to help you with it, to review it, so you understand what you really have. Because most of the time, not to say 99% of the time, a client who has a cash value policy will replace it for something that is better for them. Okay, so that is the first thing that I wanted to bring over. How do we actually do the business? We run a financial needs analysis. So what is a financial needs analysis? Think about it like if it were a GPS. If you were gonna start driving from Miami to LA, or from LA to New York, wherever you are, you're probably gonna use the GPS. You're probably not gonna jump in the car, start driving north and then west or whatever, because you're probably gonna get lost. If you're really good following the signs, At some point, you're gonna get there, but for sure not through the fastest route. Well, this is the same logic that most people use when it comes to doing and planning a road trip, but they don't use the same logic, ironically, when it comes to their finances. What they usually do is whatever they have available, they use it, they watch a YouTube video, or they have a family member who told them you should use this account and that account. But usually they don't sit down with a financial advisor. And the main reason they don't sit down with a financial advisor is because when they go to Google and they type financial advisor, what they see is that a financial advisor on average charges between $2,000 to $3,000 per plan, or $600 an hour. So what happened is that the high class, like people who are millionaires or all that kind of stuff, they have access to financial advisors. They're willing to pay the fees. People who are poor, they really don't have too much to manage, but they get help from the government. They got the Section 8, they got food stamps, they got cash, whatever. They got help from the government. But the people in the middle class, they don't have help from anybody. Everybody forgot about it. That's where we actually come and we help them with a financial needs analysis that is going to be completely for free for them. We don't charge a dime for a financial needs analysis. What is really a financial needs analysis? We help people get out of debt faster. Like, I'm just going to show you a quick example of the potential that you could have with your client when you sit down with them and they tell you, hey, the credit score is low, or the bank says the debt to income ratio is too high, they don't qualify, or whatever reason the debt is a problem to qualify for that mortgage. This is an example of how we can help them. And you could do this for free. You don't need to send them to a credit score, to a credit company that is going to charge them whatever amount of money. And then it takes them forever to actually help them out. The client could do this by themselves with your help, and it's totally free. So this is just an example of a client that have 5 debts: a retail car, a credit card, a car loan, another credit card, and a mortgage. So in total, they're paying $27.20 every month. So I'm not gonna get deep on how this works. I just want you to take a look at this. Before the plan, it was gonna take them 23 years to pay off the mortgage and everything. And they were gonna pay on interest $214,000. And then they were paying, like I said, $27.20. And then, but with the plan, they're gonna get rid of the mortgage and everything in 9 years. That's 14 years sooner, and they're gonna avoid $130,000. Now, this is really good for the client because after you close the mortgage, you can actually do a financial analysis on them and help them pay off the mortgage faster. Now you strengthen that relationship with the client. They're not gonna go anywhere else with another realtor. Like, they're gonna stick with you forever because you're now managing their finances too. And whenever they're ready to buy the next one, you're gonna be there with them, which is really how you can mix this with the client. After you do the financial needs analysis, they already bought a house. So you do the life insurance, which, by the way, we're one of the cheapest in the industry. So it's not gonna be like a $300 life insurance. It's gonna be something that is cheap. And then they get to protect their family. You're gonna get them rid of debt faster, and you can help them if you get investment license with us to start saving for the next property so they can start investing in real estate if they didn't have investment in real estate before. So basically, that's 3 ways you can help them: with the life insurance, with debts, and with investments, to actually save up. Because what I found out is that when you tell the client, hey, you need an extra $10,000 for the down payment, they're not gonna do it on their own. But if you sit down with them, you do a needs analysis that is usually 30 minutes, you're gonna help them figure out how much they can save a month, and you're gonna open that account for them so they actually start automatically sending those savings into the account, which you're gonna have access to, so you know when your client is gonna be ready for the next investment. So let me go back to the PowerPoint that I had here before. And then I just want you to understand that the financial needs analysis that we do is totally free. The way we really make money, if the client already have a life insurance, we're just gonna replace, and it's usually gonna be cheaper. So they're happy, they're saving money, and you could take that saving and put it into an investment account that is not gonna be like risky for the next real estate investment. So you can help them, and it could create a pipeline of business in the future for you. So whoever is not ready yet to be a client, whoever you ever in your life you help with renting, you can help them get ready to buy. And if they already own a property, they can get ready for the next one. And if they ever sell, guess what? You got an investment license, so you can help them buy the property. And if they got more equity, you could help them with the investment part too. So these are two licenses that we offer, the life insurance and annuities. By the way, life insurance and annuities, it's a really quick class. Annuities is an investment. It's usually for people who are 40 years or older. The life insurance, you're gonna learn everything about life insurance, but we only use like 10% of it. And it's really quick. We're not like in life insurance sellers. That's different. We're financial advisors. We're helping people just get the proper protection, but we don't push on the life insurance for the higher premium or anything like that, like most life insurance sellers that are selling cash value, IULs, all that kind of stuff. That's really hurting the client more than it's helping them. And then the investment license is the Series 6. That's the one that you get with us. By the way, we cover the cost. So we're gonna cover the cost for the life insurance license and the Series 6 license. If you want to get investment license, you don't have to. You just need to get the life insurance and annuities. It's gonna allow you to do some investment with the annuity part, and then the life insurance is gonna help the client with the protection. How you introduce this? Because I know, as on my experience, most realtor, they don't want to be seen like I'm doing something else. I'm gonna lose the trust of my client because I'm gonna try to sell him a life insurance. You're not gonna try to sell anything. Once you close the property or the sale, or you already became a friend because you went through a whole process, 30 days, you're just gonna ask a really simple question. It's really simple. It's not that complicated. Who does your life insurance? That's the question. You don't ask, do you have life insurance? You need to have life. That's not the way. It's who does your life insurance? And then if they say, I don't have a life insurance, well, you just bought a property, right? So what will happen if, God forbid, something happens to you with the income you're bringing? What happens to the income you're bringing to home if, God forbid, something happens to you? It's not gonna come into the home anymore. Okay, so that's why you need life insurance. And then they're just gonna do it because they just bought a property. Before they had that property, it's a little bit harder. They're in the middle of everything. You know how real estate is. So you're not gonna push anything. You're just gonna build the relationship, and then after that, you're just gonna sit down with them, and then you're just gonna ask them who does your life insurance. And then guess what? Life insurance is really everybody's a client. Real estate, they have to be buying, selling, or renting. So everybody's a client. So now that opens the doors for you to ask them, who do you know that owns a home and don't have life insurance, or you're not really sure that you really care about them being properly protected. So they're gonna introduce you to their family, which you probably wouldn't have access before because you had to wait until during the process of buying or selling. Now you can become friends of their friends and family before. And guess what? If you get investment license, you're gonna get them ready to buy. If they're already on a property, you do the life insurance, or you start doing the process for the next property. Now you're creating that pipeline for the future. You're building the relationship. So that's for the life insurance part. On average, just so you guys know, the commission is between $500 to $700 per life insurance, and that's like a 10-minute stop, literally. Okay, so that's on average, just so you guys know what is the commission on that part. The Series 6 license, it pays more or less like real estate. On average, it's like 2.5% of the investment amount. Let's say they have $100,000 to invest, and then that's gonna be like $2,500 on commission if your investment license. Or you open an account for them that is gonna be like a savings account for the next property, and they're putting there like $500 a month, that's gonna be about $10, $12 a month that you're gonna get from that investment. $12 a month is not gonna make you rich. I don't know. I didn't do the math. I'm just doing it on my head. 500 times 2.5%. Whatever it is, they're investing every month. You're getting a residual income of $12, which is not much, but that's one client. You start building it. Now you got a residual for 100, 200, 300, $1,000, whatever amount it is. Okay, just for helping people invest for the next property or for retirement or for whatever they want to invest for. So that's for the licenses. We also cover the investment licensing fee, everything we cover it. And then also we do something else that you don't need a license or anything. You just get involved with us. You can really quick start doing it. So we also do BIM, home automation system. You get involved with us. You don't need a license. You don't need a certification or anything. You could start doing it right away. Okay, so we connect with BIM. Primerica connects with BIM. You don't need to sell anything. You don't need to know anything about cameras or anything. You just give the client the BIM's number with your representative ID with Primerica. You're gonna get paid between $250 and $500 on average. Really, the average is more like 500 than 250. How do you do this? Well, they already bought a home. Usually when it's a single family home or it's an investor, hey, have you thought of having a security alarm or whatever? Oh yeah, I thought of that. Okay, so I can help you with that. That's all you need to ask. And then that's gonna be an extra commission. Now, imagine you do the life insurance for the client, on average is $500. You do the BIVINs, on average is $500. That's an extra $1,000 on that client. But guess what? It opens the doors to straighten that relationship, and so they can introduce you to more people who, hey, by the way, my friend have a ADT, they're paying 120, we could give them BIM for 80. Now they're going to switch over. Now you have access to that person. The other thing we do is not that related with real estate, but we do it, is Medicare. And the thing with Medicare is that it actually can help you a little bit, because as you know, there are more people and more people reaching 65 years old. Like every single day, there are 10,000 people reaching 65 years of old. So what's happening is that if you're focusing on listing, you probably should be focusing on the elderly, because those are the ones who have the wealth right now. We have learned this from Tom Ferry before, so they all know this. So if you're focusing on the elderly, guess what they probably have? Medicare. So 1 out of 3, we get to improve their benefits because we own the best Medicare company out there in the United States. So if we can help them, good. If we cannot, at least they already know that they got the best benefits out there. But if we get them to improve their benefits, they're gonna switch over to us, and then you guys are gonna get paid on average $170 extra, and you really did nothing. You don't have to know about Medicare. You don't have to know anything. A representative from the Medicare company is gonna call them. They're gonna use your representative ID, and you just get paid an extra commission. Okay, so to finish with the presentation, so we're gonna cover everything. The only thing that you will have to pay, because we're covering everything, is like when you guys went to take the real estate license, you had to pay for a background check and fingerprints and everything. Here, you gotta get a license, which, by the way, you could take in as little as 3 days, or on average, like 5 to 7 days. It's not gonna be a month. It's not gonna be 3 months. It's not gonna be crazy like that. Okay, you could get licenses in 5 to 7 days. Some people take it in 3 days. Like literally, they go on the 3rd day to the exam and they pass. Okay, it's really fast. It's really quick. It's not like real estate. It's not that amount of hours or anything like that. But since we're covering everything for you, which on average is like $399, the typical cost to become a life insurance license, we're gonna cover the state application, the exam fee, processing fees, appointment fee, fingerprint, everything. You just have to pay your own background check, $99. You don't have to go anywhere. We ask wherever state you are, we request the background check from you. We cannot hire anyone who have like a misdemeanor or like a felony or anything like that, or that is probably working at a bank on the credit department or anything like that, because that is enters in conflict with what we do. Because we're trying to get people out of debt, the bank is trying to get people in debt. So the second thing is that there is a platform that you get to use, and you're gonna have access to a lot of things. That's $25 a month. However, I want you to understand that if you're not gonna do this actively, like actively you doing it yourself, we could do it together. Okay, we could do it through Zoom. We could do it if you're in Miami or Broward. We could do it in person. I could meet with your client. But I could do it for you. But if you're licensed, I could put you in the live application with me. I close everything for you. You just gonna be on the live application with me, but you're gonna get paid half of the commission. We're gonna split the commission, so you don't have to pay the $25 if you're doing it like in what we call a silent partner. Like you're not really doing it yourself, okay? But if you're doing it yourself, you're probably gonna want to use the platform because we pay direct deposit every day. So you close a life insurance today, we pay today, tomorrow you're gonna see your money direct deposit. It's 1099. It's just like a realtor. You're just gonna be an independent contractor. We're not gonna push you for sales. We're not gonna call you why you didn't make a sale this month or anything like that. It's just you're on your own, but not by yourself, because I'm gonna be helping you any step that you need, anything you wanna learn. I'm gonna be there with you. Usually it's gonna be like with the client there, I'm gonna probably do the first 2 3 sales for you, but you're gonna be there if you want to learn. That's the way we do it. Okay, so we also, if you want to get investment license, by the way, you get a website from the company. If you want to use it, you get a live and on-demand videos training from life insurance, investments, everything I just explained. And if you want to get investment licenses, usually up like $600. We cover that too. All you gotta pay is the $99 and the $25 a month for the first month. At least you gotta pay the $25. Okay, so that will be a total of 124. If after that you decide, hey, Alain, I'm gonna do a silent and I'm gonna use the platform, you shut it down. They're not gonna charge you the $25, but you still get paid when you submit a live application through me on my platform, or you do a Vivint or a Medicare or whatever you do. Okay, so I'm gonna open the floor for any questions you guys have. We got a little time, so any questions that you have. If you could unmute yourself, it's gonna be faster.
Line, let me ask you a couple questions because we have some folks that are in different states. This is available in all 50 states.
Yes, it is. We are in all 50 states, so you could get licensed anywhere in the United States. Life insurance, investment, and do Vivint and Medicare and everything. Everything I just explained, you could do it anywhere.
And so all the extra stuff that you have to offer, do you guys have resources so that, folks don't need to remember this? Maybe they just, visit the client a week after closing and say, hey, listen, by the way, I have the opportunity to offer you all these different resources.
Yeah, so we have flyers for everything, for Vivint, for life insurance. You could just drop them off. We got everything that you need. It could be on PDF, it could be printed out, it could be yeah, we got everything for them.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anybody has a question? All right, so if do you do work policies to accomplish the infinite banking concept for your clients? Okay, so infinite banking is like a cash value policy, and work policy is what I don't know if you mean like an employee benefit that you get, like the group policy, a group insurance policy. Group insurance is different from infinite banking. So we don't do infinite banking because that actually hurts the client. because they're selling it as an investment, but it's really not an investment. And I'm not gonna get too in deep in that right now, but we don't do infinite banking. We don't do anything that's related with cash value. No whole life, IUL, infinite banking. Infinite banking is just another name for a cash value policy. And then employee benefits we don't do. We do just a private insurance that the client is gonna get. By the way, guess what happens when you close the client on a house? Guess who is gonna send them and try to close them on the life insurance? They're gonna, the bank, whoever has the mortgage, is gonna start sending them letters for a mortgage insurance, which is not the same and it's not really that beneficial for the client. So instead of leaving the business to the bank, you could close that client yourself and really help them, because mortgage insurance, like the life mortgage insurance, is not like a really life insurance. All right, so let me see what else. All right, so whoever have the license with Primerica, they have to stay with wherever they are. Also that you're already with Primerica. All right, let me see.
I wanna help answer this question. So the question was, do we, in order for us to stay in compliance, do we need to tell our broker that we're selling life insurance? So life insurance doesn't affect RESPA or any of those situations. Like if you're doing title for the same buyer, or you're doing a mortgage for the same buyer that you're helping purchase a house, then that has to be disclosed. It has to be signed by everybody. There's a particular disclosure for that in order to stay in compliance, that they're aware that they could shop around, but you're handling it, right? Life insurance has nothing to do with real estate. It just happens to be a benefit to the owner of their new home, right?
Yeah, perfect. And then on our end, just so you guys know, it's not a problem either that you have the real estate license. It's not gonna be a conflict. Like I said at the beginning, I have the real estate license and I have the life insurance is never a problem. And I got the investment license, which is by FINRA, it's a federal license, and it's not a problem if you have the real estate license. So the problem is that if you're investment license and you're working for another company, that's on our end. All right. So any other questions that you guys have? So I'm gonna drop in the chat my contact information in case you guys need it and you wanna just think of any questions later. This is my personal number. You could reach me out anytime. I'm happy to answer any questions. All right, so David, I don't know if you want to add anything. That's all I got. Thank you guys for listening, and I hope this helped a little bit. All right, so I guess we are done. All right, thank you guys for being here and for listening to me. Reach out anytime if you have any questions. All right, so have a good day.